Welcome back to another video. This one's a bit of a different video because I've had this one stored for a little bit and something that didn't go quite right, something that didn't go to plan. I want to show that sometimes your pedals don't always go to plan, they don't always work, and it can be a frustrating process when they don't work. And a lot of the time what I do is I'll build something, if it doesn't work I'll just bin it, because I'm not that much of an expert to be able to go around and troubleshoot a load of stuff all the time. So I just sometimes I just start again, because I know there's so many moving parts in a pedal that it's just too difficult and too time consuming to and I don't know enough about stuff. So anyway, it's a HM2 circuit with the blend knob on it. It didn't work. It's a hand etched circuit as well. So I hand etched the circuit, populated it, inverted cross audio. Yeah, I know it works. I know the guy's made this brilliant pedal. I'll put his link in the description. He sells his own pedals. Go over there and buy a pedal off him because his stuff is awesome. He etches his pedals as well, similar to how I do it. I don't sell my pedals though, because my pedals are not good enough for sale yet. But he sells his pedals, so he makes brilliant pedals. I would urge you, if you want a pedal that's cool and is different, go and buy from Inverted Cross Audio. I love it. I think some of the stuff that's in this video is worth sharing because it's just, there's just some valuable like techniques in there on how to etch like your own circuit and stuff, and how I do it. So I've included it for that reason. And it doesn't work, and not everything works all the time. It's trial and error, and you know, I've been doing this for about 2 years. Most of my stuff works. Most of I'd say 98% of my pedals work. I only do verified stuff. This was verified, definitely. I just fucked it up basically. I just didn't make it properly. I mean, look at the state of the back of it. It's like, I mean, my solder game's pretty good, but I don't know what has gone wrong there. It's just is what it is. And I'll run this video for you, and you can pick up some techniques from it. I think you know, like I said, it's a good there's some good learning stuff in there. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody who has just subscribed to the channel. There's been a lot of new subscribers recently. I'm just putting this video out just because I just thought it would be useful to somebody to see. I've got a lot of content coming. Unfortunately, I've got a few pedals that haven't worked recently, so that's why I've not done a pedal video for a while. But I'll have some again soon, and something for you all to watch. So hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I've acquired this circuit from Inverted Cross Audio. I'll leave a link to that guy's website in the description. Awesome website. He makes his own pedals, etches them. They're bloody awesome pedals. Go and check them out. Really good pedals. He's also got a DIY section, which is where I got this from, and I'm going to build it and make it. So it's a HM2 sort of circuit with just one knob blend. What I've done, I've had to just resize this circuit, get it to the right size that I want it for my box, make sure that all my parts fit in as well. I've just been mucking about trying to get the jacks to fit. So obviously down here I've got the circuit, you know, I've organized this all on paper first, so that's going to fit in there perfectly. Making sure that my 3-pole double throw fits on there perfectly, and making sure that my jacks fit on there as well. I had to just do a couple of adjustments, so I might be using different jacks than he was using on his, but these are kind of more compact, I guess, so that they'll fit like that. Just check that my ICs and this, I just got one of these, just make sure that they fit in where they're supposed to fit in, make sure everything's sized right for this. And I'm going to etch this on some copper and try and make a real circuit, and sort of like a real pedal, really, not a Vero board pedal, believe it or not, a real pedal. So I've got a few things that I need to do for this. I need to get like a 1/4 inch, no, not a 1/4 inch, maybe a 0.8 of a millimeter drill bit to drill these tiny little holes in here. I've got a Dremel sort of drill that I can do that with, but they have a tendency to snap very easily, these little drill bits. So we're going to have a look at that. That's going to be a bit of a challenge. I have done this once before. If you remember the Sharpie etched circuit that I did. Yeah, just going to have a go at this. I'm not 100% certain it's gonna work. I also need, there's a few parts that I need. I need some JFET transistors, J201s. I need a couple of other transistors as well to make this circuit. I'm quite glad that it fits in these smaller boxes. These boxes are really readily available to me. Obviously I'm not going to use this, so this is somewhat different. But yeah, this is going to go in here, but this is going to be like a HM2 sort of pedal that fits in one of these boxes. It's going to be quite a compact HM2 blend pedal. Yeah, I'm going to have a go at this. So I've got my reversed printout of the circuit board here and a little piece of copper. I'm just going to chop that bit off and then just slap that on and iron it on for about 15 minutes. And then we're going to put it in some ammonium persulfate mixture for a little bit and etch the circuit on. Right, so just cut out the copper, put our paper on top, and I'm just going to iron this on. Right. So just pulled that back after the ironing. Just a tiny little bit. You can see there's a bit of circuit left on that back in. But I'll just get a permanent marker and go over that just before I etch that with the ammonium, the sulfate even. Yeah, so just yeah, you can get a black permanent marker, just like I did with that other video. You get Sharpie, should be able to just retrace those missing tracks. Right, I've got some ammonium persulfate that I'm going to put in this. Alright, so you need the water quite warm. This is boiling, so I don't think I need it quite boiling. So it's kind of warm. I don't know, you say like 75 degrees or something like that, but to be honest, it's just as long as it's warm and you chuck this in there, it should be pretty good. So just mix that in and then I'll drop the thing in there. It doesn't do it immediately. Like, it does take a little bit of time just to start reacting, and if you just move it about to agitate it, it starts to work after a little bit. A little bit of agitation. So you can see the water's gone quite blue, and a lot of the copper's come off the board now. Just a little bit worried one of my tracks has disappeared where I did it in permanent marker, but it seems to have kept the copper line there, which is good. I just hope it stays on. Just a little bit longer now, and all the copper should be removed. Yeah, it does take a little bit of a while to develop, and just when you think it's not working, it just starts to work, and then the copper all disappears, and you're just left with, like, you know, this clear board now. I think that's pretty much done. So I'm just gonna pour that away and wash it off. So that'll just stop the reaction. I've just got some acetone in a spray bottle, and I'm just going to spray acetone on that. That'll get rid of all your... That'll get rid of all the black, the toner, and the permanent marker from off there. Right, so there we have it. That's the finished circuit. There's a bit just in here. Where is it now? Yeah, this bit down here. I'm hoping that I can just go over it with solder, because it's not joined properly. It's kind of like where I filled it in with marker pen, but basically you should be able to go over with everything with solder, and if I can't, I'll just use a jumper wire. It's a jumper that is only going to ground anyway, so there's a few, some of the links just, yeah, they look a bit dodgy, but you can go over the whole thing with solder anyway, just to make sure that it all all links up. Right, so I'm just going to cut this board out now. Hopefully I don't damage it whilst I'm cutting it out, but that's the idea. That's about as good as I'm going to get it, I think. I've just chopped the sides off and gone around the bits where it's going to fit in the box, hopefully. The next thing I need to do is drill every single little tiny hole in there, and hopefully I bought the right drill bit to do that. Yeah, a bit nervous about all of this because I'm not sure if I've got all the right tools to do it, but hopefully I have. Who knows? Alright, I'm going to get on and start drilling all of those little holes in there. I've got a 1mm drill bit. I think I should have had a 0.8mm drill bit, but they didn't have any. I've got a drill chuck that will fit in there, but I'm going to have to do it with my big drill, which isn't really ideal because it's a bit clumsy to do something as intricate as this, but I'll give it a go. I've just put it in the box. It's kind of tight, but I don't think that matters because it's going to sit on there kind of high up anyway, because the jacks are going to be there, so this is going to like literally just be solder that you'll see, so it's not going to actually go down that deep anyway, so I'm hoping that's going to be okay, but I don't know if I'm going to have to shave a little bit off it, to be honest. I don't know. It seems alright. I just don't want to have to do it when all the bits are in it. So I'm just drilling the holes. I've got this 1mm drill bit with an adapter on it to do this job. Obviously, yeah, I do things a little bit haphazard and slapdash, but yeah, that's just the way I do them. I know you could do a better job with the drill press and all the rest of it, but you know, I don't have space for all of that. And I just like to do things as ghetto as possible. Oh shit. There you go. Drill bit's broken. So I'm kind of carrying on here. I've done some massive old holes in here, but I mean, as long as for the 3-pole double throw and stuff, they have to be bigger, but as long as it's got something to grip onto, as long as you can solder that on without joining anything, it should be alright. Again with these, as long as they can as long as they've got something to grip hold of, you know, that's going to be like that. As long as you can solder all that on. You can just wad it up with solder, as long as nothing's touching and crossing over and stuff, it should be alright. So you got that there, like that. So that's kind of looking like the start of a guitar pedal, really. Yeah. That's kind of looking like the start of a guitar pedal, sort of. Yeah, I've just got the problem of having to get another drill bit to do all the rest of these holes, because yeah, it's a bit difficult to drill holes with a drill bit that's broken. I had to go out and buy another drill bit because that one snapped, obviously, and it was just getting a bit gnarly to do. But I eventually drilled everything, drilled all the holes but with these magnifying glasses, it's a 3 times magnifier. I really recommend you get these. Had a look closely, and I've actually missed 3 of them, so I'm gonna have to go down and just drill 3 more holes. Got it all. I'm not uber pleased with everything. I mean, this is my first time doing this, so I mean, I'm gonna make mistakes, aren't I? It might not even work, this circuit, but I'm just gonna give it a shot. It's kind of okay. It's okay. Most of the holes are in the positions they are. I think I'm gonna have to do a bit of soldering trickery to help some of it, you know, get back in track. But apart from that, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not panicking yet, but it's my first one. Apart from that Sharpie one I did, but yeah, it's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. So the next thing I'm going to do is get the IC stands on, and there's a couple of transistors in here. I'm still going to put the transistors on stands. It's just the way I like to do it. And then you get the resistors in, and then everything else. You put these things in last, just because they're big and they're bulky, and I want, you know, the board to be able to stand flat for as long as possible, really. Yeah, I'm just going to have a go at plugging away at putting in the components, and yeah, hopefully this thing's going to work. So I've just started to put the components in. I'm not doing it in the usual way I do it. I'm just grabbing what's out on hand at the moment. I'm just starting to put the resistors in. I did put the ICs in first just because I was worried about the stands, and one of the stands is just a bit cockeyed. These aren't soldered in. I just made sure that they're fitting in the holes, which they are. I'll put those in last, like I said. Yeah, that I had to use not an IC stand, but strips of IC sort of pins. They're all in anyway, and got a couple of trimmers on there as well. It's looking okay. I'm finding this quite challenging, to be honest. It's more challenging than doing something on Veriboard, I think. For me anyway. This is the first like proper circuit that I've built, like that's not on Veriboard, really. So yeah, it's been a bit of a challenge, but you know, hey, it's good to challenge yourself. It's good to challenge yourself on these things. Whether this is going to work or not is another thing, but I mean, I'm doing it as diligently as I possibly can. I'm really trying not to make any errors. The only thing that I think can make errors is like solder bridges, because everything's just so tightly packed in there. I'm going to go over all of the tracks with solder just so that everything works. I've got this bit down here, which is like, I think I'm going to have to bridge it with some wire, because the solder's just kind of like, it's not fixed to the board, so that's not making a connection. So I'll have to wait till the piece is in there. What we got there, it's like a 10 nano, and there's a 100 UF capacitor just there at that bottom one. Yeah, 100 UF capacitor going to ground, so that's okay. I can just bridge it with a bit of wire. It's not ideal, but it's a bit of a bodged job. But I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to do this as best as I can, really. Not feeling 100% confident, but I'm going to go on undaunted, I think, you know. So I'm just going to get all the resistors in and as many components as I can. There's some components I'm going to have to order, like the JFET transistors and the other 2 transistors that I don't have. I'm going to have to go out at some point and get more of smaller parts. Like there's some poly capacitors that I need. There's just different bits and bobs that I do need. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Right, so I've just been plugging away at this. As you can see, I'm soldering all the tracks as I go. You know, just to make sure there's no like gaps in anything. I'll show you the other side of that. I've only got a few resistors in. I mean, most of the stuff's all going on up here. This is just your three pole double throw and the input and output. There's a couple of jumpers there. Resistors stands for the transistors. Quite a lot of stuff to go in yet, but I just thought I'd show what was going on. Right, let's have a look. You know, geez, it's one of those things. I plug it away. I just don't feel like I'm making progress. It's like, oh, it's just. I'm just starting to lose a bit of hope because I just think this is starting to look like a mess as well, and I'm like, there's no fucking way this is gonna work. I'm just like, I'm a bit daunted by this all. It's just doesn't look like it's gonna work. I'm gonna chuck everything in. I don't have any JFET 201 transistors, so I'm going to use something else instead. Something this guy used on a previous incarnation of this pedal. Hopefully that'll work. They're still JFETs, but they're just not 201s. They're something else. I hope I've got it right. I've put a load of transistor sockets in there in order to compensate for the fact I don't have JFETs that just go straight onto. They're supposed to be soldered on that way, but damn, I don't have any. Maybe I need to take a break. Maybe I need a cup of tea and just to take a break and have a deep breath. That usually works, you know. Come back to it. Come back to it later. It's like I'm just trying to get it done, and do you know what? Like, maybe I should just take my time with it. Maybe I should just take my time, step away from it for a bit, and just take my time. Oh, honestly, killing me. Okay, so I finished the pedal and it doesn't work. I didn't think it would. It was just as a first pedal made like this. Yeah, I don't think I made particularly many errors. I think I need to start on a smaller circuit maybe. Not such a big circuit, because there's the difference between this and Vero board is there's just a big difference in building something on a DIY sort of board like this and Vero board. So, and this is probably about the 4th or 5th HM2 pedal I've made that hasn't worked. I've only had one HM2 pedal that has worked, so I've got beef with the HM2. I'm going to make another one and start again. So, you know, sometimes things don't always work, and you know, you can either rip it up and start again, or you can go cry about it. But you know, it's a lot of work, a lot of effort, but you know, at the end of the day I made that and it looks good, but it's completely fucking useless. So we just start again, continue, carry on. Thanks, hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.